Welcome, I'm Dolores Cacuango, and I invite you to know my story.
For many years, the indigenous community suffered from racism, xenophobia, and discrimination from the other races in the country. They did not have many rights, and among those was that they were forbidden education. So most were born, grew up, and died illiterate. Most of the indigenous people had limited jobs. Like the men, they were farmers, and many women traveled to Pichincha to work as domestic helpers, because that was the only job they were hired to do. Until Dolores Cacuango saw this problem and decided to do something to stop this discrimination.
Dolores Cacuango Kilo, known as Mama Dulu, was a pioneering Ecuadorian activist in the fight of fighting the rights of indigenous and peasant farmers in Ecuador. Cacuango was born October 26 in 1881 in a land located in San Pablo, Ulco, near Gayambe, in the province of Pichincha, in the northern of Ecuador. However, like many of the country's indigenous women, at the age of 15, she had to immigrate to the capital to find a living there. She worked in various houses as a domestic worker. She grew up in the countryside with her parents, not attending a school due to lack of economic resources. She has no access to education. She never learned to read or write. This was a motivating factor to improve access to education to indigenous communities. She learned to speak Spanish in the city of Quito, where she worked as a domestic worker at a very young age. Dolores was a domestic worker at the age of 15 and working in agriculture with her family.
She helped the indigenous community. She wanted to archive with her message to the indigenous groups could have the right to an education just like the other.
Seeking the vindication of Quechua language throughout the creation of bilingual schools, Dolores contributed to establishment of the first bilingual school in Ecuador, to teach Spanish and Quechua. One of the biggest obstacles was the dictatorship General Ramon Castro Gijón, who in 1963 closed the schools, prohibited Quechua as the language that could be taught, destroyed Dolores' house, forcing her to go hiding.
Well, today we have here the woman who stood up the rights of her indigenous people, Dolores Cacuango. Welcome, Dolores. It is a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much for inviting me here.
And tell me, Dolores, what is that you need?
We need a house, we need food because we can feed ourselves with pound of sugar. We need fighting. I call on whole nation that is afraid. I call on you, comrades, that so many have shouted without being heard. I'm not ashamed, I'm not afraid to make myself heard to fight. Somos como paja de páramo, que se arranca y vuelve a crecer, y de paja de páramo sembramos al mundo. We are like Panama straw. It's turned up and grows again. And we'll sell the world.
Dolores Cacuango's emotional words make us rethink and become aware that we don't not all have the same rights. Thank you very much, Dolores. It was a pleasure to have you here, and be sure that your words will bear fruit in the future.
Thank you for letting me be here and spreading my voice. That was my story. I hope you like it. See you the next time.